What's up, campers? Happy New Year to you all! It's me again, Srogeee, in my 2024 form. And it's not even my final form yet. You might be wondering, how did I end up next to a fish tank in my living room? Well, it's not too hard to answer. Let me take you back. Last year I created a patio pond out in the balcony with some mollyfish in it. It started out great, the fish thrived and even reproduced inside. But then winter came, so I had to move everything inside to the house, to their winter home fish tank. It's been up for about 4 months now with no significant update or a thorough cleaning. So it deserves a fresh start. I have a couple of ideas inspired by Serpa design again that I want to remake to have a low-budget, biologically filtered molly fish riparium. Moreover, at the end of the video, I'm going to add the brand new fish to the family, so stay tuned until the end. Let's make it happen! First things first, let's get the residents out into a temporary bucket. I drain the water down to a lower level so I can remove the plants and the hardscape. Then I net the fish out. Even the small ones, leaving nothing behind but the dirty substrate. My path now leads to the shower, where I rinse out the gunk from the tank and remove limescale that built up on the glass. Then I thoroughly clean the glass in every direction to have clear, see-through surfaces. It's so much better, huh? After that, I remove the dirt from the plants by hand, but the hardscape is power washed. To finish it up, I use glass cleaner to make it shine bright. Now, I am ready to start planning out how the fish tank will look when ready. Here are the things that I can use. The tank itself is pretty small, 54 by 17 by 36 centimeters, and holds around 32 liters, 8.6 gallons of water. I add soil that is rich in nutrients to feed the plants. A new layer of sand-like substrate is needed to hide the soil from our eyes. I will continue using this artificial rock because fish love swimming through and hiding in it. I removed my current aquatic plants from this hideous planter to plant them directly into the substrate. I bought some extra aquatic plants for adding diversity underwater. Hopefully they will thrive too. I also bought these mopane wood branches to achieve a more naturalistic look and to hold the terrestrial plants in place. They look awesome, don't they? There are young terrestrial plants around the house that are suitable for this project, so no extra investment is needed to populate the tank above the waterline. Great! To finish it off, I'm going to install 2 spotlights above the tank to help plant growth and give the tank the highlight that it deserves. Let's kick this project off! First, let's come up with a functional but also visually pleasing hardscape design. I want to create a scene where elements grow in from the side of the tank to depict a riverbank or a lakeshore that is populated by terrestrial plants, aquatic plants and fish. For this, I need to fix the hardscape elements to the side panel of the tank with silicone. The mopane wood is very heavy, so I'm using a decent amount to keep it in place. I remove the excess silicone with my fingers. I let the silicone to cure overnight and revisit it once everything is stable. But I cannot stop working just yet. I found a great spot for the tank in the corner of the living room, which was not used very often. I had to make room first though. To start, I carried stuff away from the corner and slid the coconut palm to have more space for the construction. Wall update! I have to remove the previous planter holders from the wall. The other day, I bought a white shelf board, 2 wooden legs and some sturdy screws to build the shelf. 2 more holes had to be drilled on the wall to mount the shelf holders. I made sure everything was level, then fixed the board to the holders with 2 screws. This will be big and strong enough to hold the weight of the tank. Lighting is another issue that I need to solve with this tank. It is not going to have a lid because of the terrestrial plants, so I need to mount lights above it on the wall. I found this long flower planter, drilled holes to the sides and mounted spotlights inside. I did an electrician's work and connected all wires together to make it bright as heaven itself. As a finishing touch, I measured where to put the light and mounted it on the wall. Since we are in the living room, I vacuumed up all the dust and debris to preserve cleanliness. Everything is set for the tank to take its place. Now let's get this tank together and make it beautiful. I shovel in some soil into this washing bag. It would hold it in place and make it easier to hide with sand. Plus, it prevents dirt to be stirred up by the fish when they are searching for food or I am doing maintenance. I also add a handful of lava rocks because the porous surface of the stone offers area for beneficial bacteria to colonize. Then, I cover the bottom with the sand-like aquarium substrate, which is basically very fine gravel. Finally, here comes the artificial rock. I want to keep it in a place where it is accessible for livestock from every direction. Looks awesome! Now it's ready for water. As an optimist, I fill it up half full for now and start planting the aquatic plants. I'm trying to figure out a way to have an aesthetic look, provide hiding areas for fish, and have enough light for healthy plant growth. Just like this. Now onto the terrestrial plants. I remove them from their planter and wash away all the dirt between their roots. These zip-tied sponge sandwiches will hold the plants in place. Like this, I am able to submerge their roots underwater between the glass and the mopani wood. They will function as biological filters and pull dirt and other impurities from the water. They will get nutrition from the bagged soil under the substrate and also from the waste produced by livestock, creating a circular, self-sustaining ecosystem. Nature is so cool, right? As you can see, the shelf functions as intended, so I go ahead and fill up the tank all the way up to the top. How awesome this looks here with all the hardscape elements, yellow sand and green aquatic plants. They have a very good contrast in my opinion. What do you think? And look at the terrestrial plants. They look great, and they will look much better once they settled in. The next day when I came back, I didn't like how the sponge looked at the corner of the tank. It was kind of an eyesore. and I didn't really like how the placement of the aquatic plants were. So I had to go back and do some fine-tuning. Oh man, here we go again. I drained the water, which by the way got tinted by the tannins from the mopani wood, creating a black water type aquarium effect. Looks pretty cool. I moved the tank back to the table and pulled out the side plant from the sponge. Then I removed the sponge too. This time I put an air stone and some tubing between the roots to add oxygen and some movement to the water column. Repositioning on the other sponges to the side was necessary to help evenly distribute pressure on the wood and to lock the naked roots in place. Aquatic plants were replanted in a random pattern. I reserved some substrate from the bottom when I removed the plants to cover the sponges from the top. This way, I achieved a more naturalistic look. All done. Now I just need to put it back to the shelf and fill it up again with water. I netted out as much debris as I could from the water. And voila! In my opinion, it is just perfect. Let's add the residents and find out what do they think about their new home. 5 adult mollies, 5 youngling mollies, and 2 algae eaters. This might look overstocked for you, but trust me, they will be fine here until spring comes, and then they can move out to the balcony again. To celebrate the start of the new year, I bought a new fish. A blue female betta. She's beautiful, isn't she? Go, my little blue friend. Enjoy your brand new home. To help me name her, please drop your ideas to the comments section below. Check this corner out now, campers. It looks like the perfect place to drink my morning coffee or to read my favorite book. I am extremely satisfied how this RE-SCAPE of the tank went, and now I can see that the fish are enjoying their new naturalistic home. If you like this step-by-step build, please leave me a like, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel not only to join the camper community, but to make the LEGO Jeep Wrangler build faster. It's going great so far. Thank you, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, campers!